Oh fuck.
Oh shit, we're just like going for it.
I guess.
Nunmanji, when you edit this, I want you to put on the screen right now that Craftsdwarf is anti-Semitic and also racist.
Well, the audience knows that already.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, fuck.
3, 2, 1.
今夜もミュージック君へのラッキー笑い合って抱き合って幸せにほらなれるように
Hey guys, it's me, WattheWut, the president of the Weeb Club. That's right, it's me, WattheWut.
No,
Shut
it's
up.
It's Craftsdwarf.
No,
Shut
no.
I vote
up.
Craftsdwarf. Craftsdwarf. It's Craftsdwarf.
Both of you.
Craftsdwarf is the
We have
The
the
president.
president is
majority.
talking right now. He's talking
I
right
am
now.
talking.
Should I
What do
ask
you
Sven
mean?
and Drock
What?
since they're also members?
One of them is a racist. The other one is Drock, so
well,
they don't
racism
have
is
rights.
the running theme of the Weeb Club.
Actually, I'm not gonna ask them because they vote for you.
So-
and they're not real.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah, they would because they're my yes men.
Exactly.
You know, people came here expecting a discussion.
God, I love President Craftsdwarf. We stand.
That's
Okay,
not. Anyway, it
so-
is me. Anyway, it's me, the president. What? Back at it again with another podcast.
Okay, so what
Now,
the fuck are we doing then, Mr. President? Jesus Christ.
So today we are going to be talking about seasonal anime. Yay!
Yay, this is the first time I've watched a seasonal anime weekly. I don't remember.
Yay. Oh, and we're gonna have lots of fun this time. Actually,
We are actually. We watched
we
two
are
good
actually-
shows.
Yeah, I watched 2 good shows and 2 mid ones. Isn't that great? I love it. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I
Just
forgot about the
pause-
other mid
Pause-
one, but I thought
pause
the other
video
mid
and
ones.
guess which ones from like the thumbnail and the description.
Yeah,
Yeah.
post in the comments what you think of the 4 shows and the. Well, we should say what the 4 shows are, I guess.
So
Yes.
fine. If you guys keep interrupting me, I'll let Craftsdwarf introduce everything. Go ahead, have fun.
Thank God.
So, well, the idea is that we each pick one show. Like we said 4 shows, but we're only actually watching 3. We're just going to talk about one of them because we watched 1 episode, and then I changed my pick. So yeah, each of us picks one show. So WattheWut's pick was
My pick was, for the sake of SEO and relevance, Boku no Mid Academia Season 4.
very
Oof.
sad.
I like that you keep calling it Boku no Mid. We're gonna find it at some point.
Vindy's pick.
I picked Beastars because it's
Hell
one of the
yeah.
best manga I've ever read, and I
And
was
it's
curious about the
definitely-
anime.
yes,
and
it's
we've
definitely
seen
much-
another orange show on the previous Weeb Club we
True.
watched, Hoseki no Kuni. So I was like, oh, it's like a follow up on Orange. What we think of their CG anime? So
Nunmanji, link it right. Put the thing on the screen. No, take it away.
sad.
Okay, so and my pick was Kabukichou Sherlock, but it was going to be 24 episodes, and we're only watching to the end of the season. And whether we continue a show will depend on whoever picked it. And then there's also the fact that I didn't want to do something that had 3 episodes out by the time we were able to record this, and that included a few of the shows I was interested in, but one of them had a delay. Caution Hero or the Cautious Hero.
Shinchou Yuusha.
Shinchou Yuusha was supposed to. We're only discussing the first 2 episodes because the third one was delayed. but,
Was this the one that the author of?
that is
no. This
Kimono
wasn't the
Michi.
Konosuba one.
No, yeah, that's
Okay.
Kimono Michi, which
Kimono Michi is
is,
also good though. I watched that one.
Okay.
Yes, but we're not discussing that one. So we'll be discussing, as of this recording, we're discussing the first 2 episodes of Beastars, the first episode of My Hero Academia Season 4, the first episode of Kabukichou Sherlock, and the first 2 episodes of fuck, why can't I remember the Japanese Shinchou Hero? or Shinchou
Kabukichou
Yuusha.
Sherlock.
I'm gonna call it Cautious Hero. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Yeah.
No, wait. I thought we were talking about Kabukichou. Wait.
We only watched 1 episode of Kabukichou
Well, okay.
Sherlock.
I say
yeah.
we just
Shinchou
discuss them in
Yuusha.
the order that they started airing, just for like an indiscriminate order. So in that
Okay.
case, the first one
Is Shinchou
was
Yuusha.
Cautious Hero. Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, play
Exciting.
the intro.
So, general thoughts. Fucking the fucking voice of is fucking
Oh,
Yui.
Shakshi.
Toyosaki Aki is so good. Like I knew she was a good voice actress, but like the range, the different like stupid noises. she like
God,
like,
it was good.
maybe I haven't seen enough of her, but like this role leveled her up for me because I was like, oh yes, I love these stupid noises. I love stupid poor suffering girls. It's good.
Wow, Craftsdwarf, you like suffering girls? What the hell's wrong with you?
You know,
heard me.
I'm happy because I was sad. I was worried that like Crafts was gonna give his thoughts, and he was gonna give some actual thought about the show being good. And then I was gonna come in, and my first thought was gonna be that like the fucking goddess of this show is the cutest girl ever. Like, oh my god, look, the faces that the staff draws are so good. Like
a dozen
I was
an episode.
dying.
And it's like see, I got kind of spoiled because I follow a guy who does production stuff, and he tweeted a lot of the faces. And I saw the one moment from episode 2 where she's like, "Saya," and then he fucking throws her like into the.
Oh my god!
See, I watched that. Like, I died the first time I watched it, and then I like watched it. I've seen it like half a dozen times since. So when it actually happened in the episode, it was just like, yeah, I've seen it before, but it was really good.
It's fucking great.
We just
Okay.
toss it out.
Here's the thing though. The isekai genre is going downhill. Every single show is exactly the same. It has no
Very sad.
variation.
Well, anyone who knows what they're talking about has never said that in their lives. So
it makes you think, doesn't it?
Good thing no one has ever said that. Or
Yeah,
anything
good
like
Yeah.
thing. That'd be a pretty big scam, Bully.
Damn, just calling him out. Okay.
I'm gonna be calling him out later. Like I'm
I
literally
know.
making a video about it.
But he likes your content.
No, okay. So apparently, I got bamboozled by one of his fucking mods in his server.
Oh.
I had to go into his server to figure that shit out, and I was like, okay, this makes me vindicated. I now feel no like sadness over roasting you publicly in front of everyone.
Sad.
But yeah, Shinchou Yuusha is probably this my second favorite show this season because Jesus, it's hilarious. And it's like because like the way that are we allowed to talk about like the actual content of the episode right now? Okay, yeah.
right?
So
Okay, look, it's the first 2 episodes. Like,
yeah.
if you don't want to be spoiled on the first 2 episodes of a show, it's 2 episodes. Go watch it, then come back. Or
Nunmanji,
you've already seen the episodes, in which case, fuck it.
Nunmanji, put the
or
picture
you're
of the
kinda
kid
like, you're maybe
asking
interested in the show, in which case, like, okay, like, yeah, we like this one, obviously.
Nunmanji,
started-
put the picture of the kid holding out his hand saying, "Give me your human rights." That's all for all of you who complain about spoilers in a seasonal discussion show. All right. So basically, the way this show is interesting because like it takes the idea of like this guy, he's so overpowered, but the only reason he's overpowered is because he takes like such like OCD levels of like attention and care to every single thing because he's a pussy.
Almost every single thing.
Almost every single thing. And like it's like he just sits there in his fucking hyperbolic time chamber and just like trains until he comes down and just dicks everybody. It's amazing.
Basically.
It's so funny.
Which works in this world because like apparently this world is run by a bunch of assholes who just have all the final bosses hang around the first village.
Yeah, well, that was what was interesting is that the villain is also genre savvy because he's like, oh, summoning, I better go around send my elite minions to the fucking zones where starter heroes hang out, so I can crush any newbie heroes that are.
That's
coming.
right. That's what I thought was kind of funny about it was because like they mentioned it was like an S rank world, right? So it had to be one that was like like a normal someone with just good stats couldn't do, which is why it was so great that like the main character is like the most cautious man in existence because it literally makes it so that him being a massive fucking pussy is going to be what allows him to kill everyone.
Yeah.
So it works well.
I am kind of curious as to how it gets explored, like because right now he has the hyperbolic time chamber, which is a huge benefit. So
right,
you're gonna lose it at some point,
Every single show is the same. This one's just gonna have him go in the hyperbolic time chamber every episode to solve the problem.
What I'm excited for is the idea of there will definitely be a point at some point, I hope in this season, where he has to do a fight that he doesn't feel prepared for whatever reason.
I mean,
and I think that could be cool.
I thought they were gonna do it with this one, like when it was like, oh look, Nina's gonna fucking die, and he's just like, and then like at the last second he gets up and he's ready. So yeah, I think That's 100% the direction they're gonna go with this one, and it's gonna be
It's also
So-
kind of interesting because I remember a tweet by like you've been watching Joe's Isekai or the Pause and Select Isekai videos, right? What?
yeah.
Yeah, well, because he also did a tweet where he was talking about, or maybe it wasn't even in the videos, but he kind of talked about how Isekai was kind of like a response to Shonen, where it's like the hard work isn't as much of a thing. But yeah, because here he's got the hard work, but he's also like, oh, it's got the game thing, because you can grind out a JRPG until you're overtrained, and then just destroy the boss easily.
Listen. What people want from the isekai genre, because you only watch isekai to watch people grind to gain stats, right? That's the only reason. That's the only appeal.
No.
So I view it kind of like this. I mean, would you sit there and watch a streamer like sit there and grind levels for hours on end, or would you wait until you saw them be able to like fight the actual battles, like the actual boss battles?
Right. You wait until you see the highlights, or I do at least when I watch.
So to me, if you're going to make a story about fucking game, why would you make the show have it so I see this dude grinding for like hours on end? Because that point that Joe made in his isekai video is that like shonen takes a very like tatakai approach towards like as like they want to overcome everything. With isekai, they forego that in favor of other things that prevent them from like connecting with other people. Because it's almost like the hard work and the fighting is like secondary to the actual point of the story. Fancy that.
Yeah, it's neat.
Ooh, Vindy's not saying anything.
Sorry, I'm answering a text. What do you want?
It
goes contrary to the point of the show. I agree. Yeah, I know. I don't know what you want me to say about it.
I don't know,
yes,
dude.
You're right. Well, you're singling me out. Fuck it. Like, I'm trying to answer a text that a buddy asked me a fucking question.
Okay, whatever, man.
The show's funny. Like, I don't know. I think that's like the main thing is like we're fucking stupid because like we're immediately talking about like, oh, like they could do this in the future and that'd be like a cool moment. Like, look, the show's just a comedy and it's like really fucking funny.
Oh,
like I can think of like a shit ton of no. But like I could think of like a bunch of gags that like were in the first 2 episodes that had me like laughing. Like it was really good. I thought the OST kind of slapped as well. Like,
what the fuck was that Myth and Roid opening? What the fuck?
Dude, that opening is so good. Actually.
I was like, the fuck this shit. It's like it opens up with this like hard ass opening.
Yeah.
Oh my
Hitting
God.
them with the ReZero Myth and Roid opening.
It's also been produced. I think this show is produced by White Fox too.
It was White Fox, and I actually like White Fox a lot. So
Nunmanji, I'm sorry, I have to rewatch ReZero because I have it at a 1 on my anime list right now.
You're stupid. ReZero is really good.
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
It's a solid 8, and
correct.
people are gonna be mad at me for saying that, but it's a very
I watched
good
the
8.
first like 30 seconds, and I only did so because literally no one would shut up about it when it started airing. But I honestly didn't care at all, so I dropped it 30 seconds in.
Oh yeah, maybe that was it. Because I remember I was watching ReZero, and everybody in that group of small anti-tubers I was with would not shut up about it and said it was like the greatest thing ever. Also, there are a bunch of Evangelion fans, so that also might have.
Yeah, no, I think you're stupid. What?
Okay, whatever, Vindy. I'm the president. I make the rules.
No, you're not.
Talk about anytime I want.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about how the show is problematic because she just lusts after the main character who's just a sex object.
It's so funny. Oh my God. No, but it's so funny.
Craftsdwarf, every single show we're going to be talking about in this episode is problematic.
I know.
Every show we pick is problematic.
You're right,
Dude,
actually.
I'm actually a little mad because like at first it was just a joke in the Tatami Galaxy episode and then on Ohana, and then I actually realized like, oh my God, we haven't stopped. And then Vindy picked Beastars, and it's like, oh no, why have we talked about racism in every episode so far?
There's a panel from Beastars where there's a wolf lady saying, "What's wrong with segregation?"
No, see, we talk about 2 things here, problematic things. We talk about racism, and we talk about some sexual things that are not appropriate. For example, in this one, why does she only desire Seiya as a sex object? She treats him as but a mortal, but she keeps having weird sexual fantasies. Is this the female gaze? Oh God. Why did she put like a button that was just her? That was a button that was just how did he activate the button if the button was her? It was like a mini version of her.
He just like hit it on the top of the head. There was like a button on it. wasn't there?
You sure that's all he did? Oh yeah.
I think so.
The fucking
didn't
button
show
was like
it.
moving around just like her. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was funny. There was like one scene where it was like when she got the nosebleed, it got a nosebleed as well. It was funny.
Dude,
I
I
should go to
was
my notes
sitting
for the
there
show.
and I was you got notes.
I take notes on almost everything.
I was like, so I saw that, and the first thing I thought was she's literally using that doll to spy, that button to spy something, but she never did. She never did. They never followed through on it. So the show's shit. 0 out of 10.
0 out of 10. Anyway.
Oh,
What I have is just there's the part where here's the first two things I have. This is in literally like the first maybe 2 minutes of the show. Is Chad Goddess put chalk in her tits? Then Risarte is hot. Then I like that the buzzer was also CG. Like that was funny. Like because the buzzer was CG and she was like animated normally, but they like had the same faces and shit.
because
She was
it's
hilarious.
unnatural. It's not real. Whoa.
Are you okay?
I'm tired, man. And there's a lot of pauses because there's really not a lot we can talk about aside from show funny, show good, watch show.
Yeah. Okay. Is that all you want to say then?
I mean, that's all I want to say on this one because I was just like, I want everybody to watch this one because literally 3 of the best shows this season are isekai, even though everybody says isekai are like falling, like losing.
Why do you say it like you're like dying? You go isekai. Like I can feel you stick your fucking jaw out when you talk.
Select videos, and now he's affected me. I can't say isekai. I have to say isekai now every time because that's how Joe says isekai. He never says isekai. He says isekai because that's how you pronounce
You
it.
could just be normal.
I can't. I watch too many pause and select videos where he says the word isekai over and over and over again because that's just what Joe's channel is now. It's the isekai channel. He doesn't make anything else except isekai. I can't do it, Vindy. I can't say it any other way.
I'm sorry. I'll pray for you.
That's problematic.
I think we're about done.
Are you like criticizing my speech impediment, my accent? Are you being problematic,
No.
Vindy?
No, okay. Speaking of problematic, what problematic show do we have next?
Beastars, the most
Hell
problematic
yeah.
show, and also
Hell
the best
yeah.
show this season.
Hell yeah. Okay, so
Yo,
I do want to
Vinny,
say
you wanna
with
keep that
Beastars
round?
before we get to it. I can introduce Beastars since it's my pick, but also so I've been current
Wait,
on
we gotta
the
play
manga
the
for
intro. We gotta
Oh yeah, play the intro. Boop.
Play the intro.
Okay, so yeah, like I've been current on Beastars for a hot minute. I think I've been current for like 9 months now. It's one of my favorite manga. I fucking love it. So I picked the anime mainly because I wanted, like, my hope was that even if the anime was bad, I could get WattheWut and Crafts to read the manga for it. But
Well,
thankfully,
it was good, and I wanted
yeah,
it to
thankfully
be
Being
the anime-
animated by one of the best CG studios in the game right now, so you know.
Okay, that's
Well-
what I wanted to bitch about. But go on, Vindy.
I was gonna say there was a PV before the show came out, and then there was a 10-minute long like excerpt from the first episode that came up. And in both of them, I thought the show didn't look great. And then the show came out, and I think the show looks a lot better.
It looks really good. It looks absurdly good.
The only like in the first episode, it was when like Tem fell down the stairs, and it was in there in the preview especially, but also even in the episode, it was a little bit when Legosi grabs Haru and they kind of roll. Like basically the fast action looked a little weird to me, and I think part of it is the frame rate. But other than that, the show looked, especially episode 2, I felt like looked really good.
The
But
facial
yeah.
expressions and the way they move are absurd. They do not need to look that good.
yeah, like in just the last episode when the fucking what he was an anteater or something with Legosi
yeah.
when he was went to the garden club.
Yeah.
And like when he like left and Legosi like banged on the door like that, both of their character animation was really good.
It was great.
Yes. The
Jeez.
show, and there was like I guess it was the otter in episode 1. There was a part where he was like pissed off, and for a second I thought it was 2D, but then the fire behind him faded away and he moved a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, he's 3D. So it's
Yeah,
like,
no, it looks so good. It's
it is
crazy.
yes. Like there's
I
some
think-
times where the character is drawn in 2D, but it's like it still blends really well.
So Orange uses a mix of like 2D and 3D elements where it's like they'll draw on certain things and they'll have like flow in between each other. Because if you look at behind the scenes footage for like Hoseki no Kuni, there's a lot of like moments where they'll see it and they'll show you like where they're drawing it in 2D, but then they overlay it with like CG and stuff like that. It's interesting.
Right. I think there's only one moment that I would say looked not good. And it was, I don't know if y'all noticed it. It was in the first episode, they threw water on Haru. And the water animation looked really weird because it was like, it looked like water effects that you would have in like a video game that like didn't blend with the world at all, splashing. And then like she was wet and looked normal, but like the actual water that was thrown looked weird and
Vindy,
off.
why are you so focused on the rabbit getting wet, huh?
Okay, so do you guys want to talk about the content of the episode? Because there's a lot, well, actually, no, wait, really quickly, I want to say one quick thing.
Yeah, there was a lot of content that second episode, man.
So because I have the first 2 volumes of Beastars, like physically, so I was flipping through them as I watched the episode just to see. They actually changed a good chunk of shit and like are actually like kind of moving around scenes, but like they cut out a lot of flavor scenes that were like, you know, like half a page or a page of people talking, adding context to what was going on, which is cool because like it means that it's gonna move at a faster pace than the manga does. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna feel like it moves fast enough for an anime.
And it's and the audience is they're paying attention. They have to make you pay attention instead of just spelling it out, I guess, right?
Right. Well, there's some of that, but there's some other stuff where it's like okay, so when Lugosi and the other alpaca had that conversation, and it was in like the courtyard outside of her dorm in the anime. In the manga, he has that with her after drama practice one day. It's like after he's eyeing her drama practice, he comes up to her after that and they talk like right outside like the stage area.
Okay, like right after that instead of like later in the day, but then because they
they have like
anime, they use it to transition to a different scene is what happened?
Well, kind of. No, because I think this next scene happened the next day, but like what happens is like they go up on like this like kind of like balcony bridge thing and they sit out on the window with their legs hanging and talk. So it's just a little bit different of a scene. But one thing I liked that I saw in the anime version of that scene was they were sitting on different benches talking. Which was really cool because like there's a whole thing in Beastars of the distance that carnivores and herbivores have to take.
Like they don't eat from separate menus in the second episode. So
right.
And the minute you keep mentioning where it's like, what's wrong with segregation?
Do you think the carnivores sit in the back of the bus?
Oh God, there's so much I want to talk about with Beastars, and I don't know what all I should talk about because it's so good. But sorry, I should shut up and let y'all say what you think about like what actually happens at the episodes.
I was going to talk more about the visuals because like there were some shots which are like where it's like the like Lugosi's head was like a screen almost, and you saw the actual scene within like the boundaries of his head for a couple during the later parts with the garden like
Oh my God! When he was talking to Haru, that shit was so good.
Yes. Like we didn't even talk about the OP.
We gotta wait to talk about that because that's some Wild Boy shit. Orange, what the fuck, bro?
Not just CG.
That's in the manga too. I have that page physically.
Okay, what is this? What is this fucking thing? This is gonna be the whole fucking podcast. You know, in the manga. You know, I have that in the manga. You know, I read this in the manga. You know, when Haru asked to see Lugosi's penis.
Well, see, because for me, watching this is seeing it as an adaptation as opposed to, you know what I mean?
Me and Wet are seeing it as its own thing because we don't have anything to compare it to. That's
right. So it's an interesting. I think it's just a different viewpoint. That's cool to.
Yeah.
But okay, what did you think of the content from the episode?
What the fuck, Orange? You can't make me like. Here's the thing. Everybody was you were like you had this big fucking freak out. They're like, oh no, what my complaint about the CG being bad? And I'm literally sitting here. The first episode, immediately I tweet out. I'm like, if you think CG and anime can't look good, I'm gonna shove Beastars in your fucking face and tell you to get new eyeballs. Because Jesus, this show has no reason.
I was saying that after the first like 11-minute thing, but I said didn't look good. Like, I hadn't seen the actual episode when I said that.
Ooh, boy.
And that's what I wanted to bitch about because I saw Promare like a month ago, and there were some CG characters. The mechs looked fine. The scenery looked like...
Oh, no.
The movie starts with, like, big panning shots over this big CG city, and I go, wow, that looks kind of like shit. And then they kept showing it off, and I'm like, oh my God, are they proud of it? And, like... And then they had like there was two character models in particular, and there were a few shots where the camera just sweeps over them. The character models weren't even moving. Like they were 3D models of 2D characters, and they still looked like shit. And I'm like, this is a film. This is a cinematic film released in 2019.
You guys paid
that
money
looks
for that.
worse than like that has weaker CG. Like there was some good looking stuff like with the fire effects, and there was one really great scene that was 2D, but the 3D looks weaker than like Love Live Sunshine and Land of the Lustrous and Beastars, and I'm just like, okay.
Look,
Okay.
listen. The Virgin fucking Studio Trigger walking around with its 5-inch dick. Like, look at me, I make CG, ain't it cool? And then here comes Orange with his fucking 13 dick Chad masterpiece Beastars. Like, hey, look at
You
this.
mean
You see
your
that
13
fluid motion?
million polygon Beastar? I don't know.
What the fuck kind of shit? Like, okay, so here's the trick that Love Live Sunshine, Beastars, and Land of the Lustrous all learn when you incorporate CG into your anime. You have to up the frame rate of the CG animation, or else it does not look right. Every single time. Because the CG, because of the way it looks, when it matches the same frame rate as the anime, it looks slower than everything else. So it looks gross. It looks unnatural. Land of the Lustrous, Love Live Sunshine, and Beastars all have not only like the higher frame rates, but also like they have the lines and shit. They flow it seamlessly in and out. That's what you gotta do. That's called innovation. That shit gets my dick hard. Not the animals. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh, dude, the end of the second episode when
Oh yeah.
oh my god, I was like, Haru, what the fuck are you doing? Oh no.
Oh,
Well,
it was Craftsdwarf who mentioned
it's so
it.
good.
Uh-oh.
It was kind of brought up in the episode. But the show, I think, goes a little bit more into it. Like the reasons that Haru sleeps around a bunch is really good. Like,
Oh, Vindy.
no, like I'm saying, like her
Well, I'm
character has like a
interested,
lot going
but at
in.
the same time, well, because like Lugosi's just standing there being a fucking awkward nerd, and I'm like, relatable. And then he just like looks up, and I'm like, and I can't wait for the next episode. That's when I was like, Vindy, I
Yeah,
want
I
to read the
think-
manga. Fuck you.
I think it goes into it more, and it should go into it more in the next couple episodes. So I don't want to spoil it too much. But
Yeah. I didn't bring it up expecting there more to be much more as you said. But it's
yeah. I mean, oh, God, I
Get it? Because bunnies like to fuck.
See, I told you, Vindy. I told you it's hard because
no. It's not. It's not just like it's more than just that though. Like
your dick is hard. Gotcha.
no. Okay.
Hey, Vindy,
I'll just-
when
I
Haru
think
took
it
off
was.
her
I
clothes,
think it was talked about a little bit, so I can kind of go into it a little bit. But I think it spells it out more blatantly. But it definitely was in there about how like she does it as her way because like, well, no, maybe it doesn't. Never
I
mind.
kind of what I can guess what you were about to say, where she's kind of like having as a herbivore, she's trying to have power over people stronger than her, which is like most everyone. Well, because like that's the thing is interesting because like I think it was Nux Taku who was like, oh, Beastars is just bad Zootopia or something like that.
No,
of
Beastars
course,
is
Nux would
good.
say that.
Beastars is Zootopia if Zootopia was good. Hold
See,
on.
no,
Look,
well,
of
it's like,
course, Nux
even if-
Taku would say that.
Well, even in just like the first episode, because like one thing that it's also doing that's interesting is it has not only just like herbivore, carnivore, but it also has like endangered species as nobility kind of thing, which is
Right,
like
yeah,
interesting.
There's
And it's
also like
also-
male female differences and size differences that it talks about.
I mean, yeah, like
They almost
Zootopia had a
stepped
little
on
bit
those
of that,
tiny
but it
rats.
didn't do anything with it. Like there was the whole scene when they like ran through a big old like a mouse city or something like
It was
that.
used for
Right,
comedic
like-
effect.
Right, but they don't actually. Yeah, Zootopia didn't do anything with. Where this episode's literally like, yes, rodent animals get stepped on and die. Like that's just the
Yeah.
thing that happened. It didn't happen in that episode, but like she was like, whoa, that was scary. I almost died. I almost became a pancake. And the other
yeah.
guy was, whoops, sorry, almost fucking murdered you.
There's a point. I think it's mentioned there in the manga. It does like a little thing where it explains that like in the Beastars world, in like that cafeteria, there are like walkways, and like elephants and big animals have to walk one place, and like mice and rodents have to walk another lane because the elephants
yeah.
literally can't see the mice at all.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, well, I guess like because it feeds into the segregation thing. Like there was also like Lugosi mentions, oh, the Gardener Club, it's an herbivore club. Like so that
Right.
there's even though everyone's together, there's still lots of stuff like that. And of course, but there's also reasons to be like because that's the obvious thing is there's not going to be like 1-to-1 racial thing because they are
Right.
animals and they do have like legitimate logistical differences like that, where it's just literally not physically safe.
And
for
that's what I love about
you know.
Beastars is Beastars definitely like addresses that, right? It doesn't pretend like that's not a thing. It definitely like, you know, we saw it like Lugosi gave into his instincts and like jumped on Haru there, right? And like
Yeah.
Like Vindy.
it's like that's a whole part of Beastars is like carnivores have to suppress their instincts. And so that's why like Lugosi is so, you know, like closed off and so quiet and shit, because like he lives his whole life being a gray wolf, you know, like this big scary carnivore guy, and he's got to like suppress everything about him.
Kind of the case in Zootopia, but it's interesting how like there's a flipped like power dynamic because of, so you know, basically you have like the you know, the animalistic nature, and then you have the society of more, you know, reared in things. So it's like in nature, carnivores are the stronger ones, but in society, it's the herbivore, like who's at the top of the chain? Endangered animals who are literally like incapable of living, therefore, but they're protected, so they're at the top. So it's, and herbivores are, you know, like carnivores are the one who kind of look down on because they're dangerous. They could just explode at any time. So it's like a complete shift in the power dynamic, which is an interesting,
right. And there's there's cool stuff there. Like at the same time, both are like ashamed. Like they're both envious of the other ones, right? Because like even though herbivores are at the top, they live their whole life in fear of the carnivores, and like they're envious of the carnivores, you know, strength and shit. But like the carnivores live their whole lives having to suppress their instincts and literally live like, you know, in fear of the herbivores because like
or in fear
of
their
natural instinct. Right? Yeah, it's really more in fear but envious of the herbivores who can live with their instincts as opposed to having to suppress them.
You're like minorities.
Can we just kick what out of the podcast?
Nunmanji, don't actually edit out that pause. I want that pause to stay.
Okay. So here's the thing. I wanted to bring this up because you guys keep mentioning Zootopia. Have you seen that video that Lindsay Ellis just released about like woke Disney
one?
Yes.
Good fucking video.
It was.
So
go watch that video. It's probably better than this video, but then come back because I want your watch time.
Subscribe twice. Anyway, so Lindsay Ellis makes this good point because she's like, Disney will address like the feminist aspect because the feminist aspect is marketable. You can market to feminism, which is why Judy Hopps being like I'm a strong female bunny and I don't need no help from no man, which is like the whole thing. But Zootopia doesn't work because you know what you can't market? Racism. You can't market racism, and Disney can't market that. So they got to kind of like sweep it under the rug and kind of say, well, we talked about it. Look, guys, we kind of talked about it. So it's all good.
God, oh my God. I didn't even fucking like make the connection until you said that. Because like, I think I saw Zootopia like once in theaters or something, so I don't remember it too well. But like, I fucking completely forgot that like Haru is Judy Hopps if Judy Hopps was good, because Haru is like a good character. Like,
well, yeah, like because
she's like
brought it up with Judy or Hopps is supposed to be like strong, but Haru's very much like vulnerable, and it's
right.
That's a very interesting thing to. I already think would say Haru's like a better character than Judy, and like I haven't seen the show in a while. Like what?
I think you two are biased.
Well, if I had to, and I mean, obviously some of this comes with development that all the characters get through the manga, but like I would describe Haru like strong would actually be like one of the first like adjectives I gave to her.
Is it?
Look, I mean, there's that one image, there's that one panel that I keep posting that you love to meme on me for. But like, I'm not gonna say what happens, but like Haru is like actually like a really like independent character who, even though she's like this weak bunny, she knows she has to do what she can to, you know what I mean, to survive. And there's some really good stuff.
Like she was being bullied in the first episode, and then
by that ugly bitch.
Nearly got fucking murdered, and the day after that's a mystery. I know Vindy's gonna be like, but you know, did she recognize Lugosi? Like,
I was thinking about that while I was watching.
Maybe not, like, because I'm leaning towards probably like, because she's like,
she does.
She's like, yeah, she's acting like, you know, nothing happened, but and then she's fuck him.
Well, look, Haru and Lugosi's relationship is one of the best parts of fucking Beastars. It's so good. Better relationship that we started to see. Ooh, okay. I want to talk about, because there's like 3 characters in Beastars that we kind of got a little bit of.
Lewis was the other one, right?
Yeah, Lewis and Lugosi. So
my ass was about to call him John Deere, like straight up.
Where
But
did
what do
that
you
come
no,
from?
but what do you think of Lewis?
He's cool. He's a cool boy.
Yeah,
See,
he's
it's
great.
like, I don't.
He's a Chad, man. He's a fucking Chad. You
He's
see
also
that?
a shady fucker, but like the one bit where he's like the goat's falling off the stage and he like grabs him, but then he like leans in to the fall, and I'm like, that's what it okay. What are you doing, sneaky deer fucker?
Don't shit talk Lewis, man. Lewis is a fucking
No, I like
shit
him,
talk.
but
Lewis,
it's
you
like.
No,
He's a-
like,
Dude,
Lewis is great,
He
and
took the weight of the theater club on his shoulders because Tem died, and now it all falls on him. That's
yeah, he's great. He's so good, and like him and Lugosi's relationship is the best. Is the best part of Beastars, and it's great because like their relationship, and it is the herbivore carnivore dynamic, like in a nutshell. It's so good.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
So I go look up Beastars images. The first thing on Twitter, the first thing I fucking see is the fucking Lewis X Lugosi shit. And I'm like, okay, we're starting off strong with this one, aren't we? Is this how we're doing it? Okay.
they're best buds.
That's
and
also
I
going to be
love
an
them.
upcoming theme later on, but we'll get to that.
Can we talk
I don't-
about the opening theme now?
Yes.
Yes.
man.
Because this, okay, like I think I saw the tweet where it's like Ember was like, "Oh, this is an OP contender, right?" And what you were like, "It's already won." And because my kind of response to that was like, the song alone made it contender. The visuals made it win.
Oh my god! Look, it's so fucking good, and like, I wanted to bring this up actually in it because look, it's great. I love it. I love when he dances with Haru, and I love the part where he's look. Okay. Oh my god, it's so Giga Braid. There's this part, and I can't wait for us to get there for it to make sense. But he's looking for Haru, and the forest is Lewis's antlers. Like, oh my god. When we
See,
find
'cause
when we get to what
foreshadowing.
that means, oh my god, I can't wait for you all to understand how fucking
Fuck
genius that shit is.
You, I want to
Um,
read. Ooh, fuck you. I want to read the
It's
manga,
so
but I
genius,
can't. I
and-
can't. Ah.
I can't wait.
They
I gotta get
dance,
the fucking YOP on this shit before Mother's Basement gets his dirty hands on it.
Read the manga before you do.
No.
You have to.
No.
The entire OP is like plucked
No.
of shit from the manga about the like mainly about Lugosi and Haru's relationship.
No.
See, because that last bit where like, because I love it, like, because when first watched it, like, okay, they're dancing, and then the blood and the tears, and I'm like, no,
God.
like, it was
Oh
so
my god.
good.
Okay. But like the one thing I wanted to say is like I loved everything about the OP, but I'm glad I had someone mention like ask me like what would you think if all of Beastars was that stop motion? And I wouldn't like that because I prefer their facial expressions in the actual show as
I
opposed to
wouldn't
into
prefer
the OP.
that
But
because
in the OP
Orange
it's
is out
great.
here- Orange is out here making sweet love to my eyeballs, so I can't really say I want the stop
Yeah.
motion, man.
Lugosi's eyes were really big and weird, but besides that, it was amazing.
This is me waiting for the next episode of Beastars.
God, I love Lugosi. Oh, we didn't even really talk about him, but we can save him for another time.
So, am I
because-
to understand that this means that Vindy relates super hard to Haru right now because that's why he wasn't excited when he saw the ending of episode 2 of Beastars. Instead of Haru taking off her clothes, he wanted Lugosi to take off his clothes.
Yeah, bro. Lugosi's good. He's such a good wolf boy, dude. He fucking look. He's so good.
When does
I
Big
love-
Lion show up in Beastars?
Big Lion.
Lion.
There are big lions. They'll show up. They should show up at the end of season 1, is what I'll say.
Big Lion. He's so powerful.
But I want to say Crafts because I actually just remember this because you're talking about how like in the world everyone's like split into different things.
Yes.
They kind of showed it a little bit in that episode. So Lugosi's dorm is all canines.
Oh, so there's even between carnivores. Okay.
Yeah. And so like I think Haru's in like a dorm with other bunnies, but yeah, like all the canines are in a dorm. So like
But there was a fucking
there's
rat.
there's like 2 like house dogs. Yeah, that's a small canine. I don't remember what it is, but it's like Lugosi's dorm is a canine dorm. So all the a bunch of the canines in the school live in that dorm because like they have similarities instinctually as canines, right? Like
Right.
they like to do the same things.
They're pack animals.
Right.
So-
There's it's that they're pack animals as well, but like there's this one scene, and this is like a really minor thing. Someone drops like a ball down like a cliff, and like all the canines are walking together. They sprint down the cliff to go grab the ball and bring it back because
That's
it's in
fucking
their like
funny.
instincts.
That's
It's so
fucking
funny.
Wait. Okay, but in Haru's dorm, there was like the rat bitch that was like sitting in the room.
I mean, it has to do with like the upper classifications of the animals, like there's like genus, phylum, species. There's all that
Do I
shit.
look like a
they're
biologist to you?
Right, but I'm saying they're grouped based on
Well,
that
you say
one, like
rat.
whatever it is.
Bunnies and rats are both rodents, so
Yeah, Vindy's a rat. He would relate. That's why, like.
Oh,
Huh. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. God damn it. I'm losing my mind, man.
But
I was.
Beastars is really good.
My mom walked in the room when the last part of episode 2 happened, and I was like, shit.
You should have just pulled out your dick and just let what happened happen. Be like, I'm sorry, mom, you weren't supposed to walk in. That's the Shad move.
maybe we should move on.
All right, let's move on from Beastars.
Next is,
roll the intro to mid.
Well, yes. So, that's right. We started with the good.
Yes,
So now,
yes.
My Hero Academia season 4, episode 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
good art.
Can we do one thing before
Yes.
we? Can we say our small positives with this episode first, and then get to the negative?
Okay,
I
here,
haven't
ready?
watched the anime before.
Okay. Actually, we should talk about our experience with being with.
Because I read the manga a while ago, and I was like, yeah, this is pretty good. And then I caught up, I reread it and then caught up a bit more recently, including reading everything that's going to get adapted in this season. And I was like, yeah, it's still kind of good. And then maybe the fandom has poisoned me. I also started reading the arc that ends A versus B there. And I was just like, wow, I am bored. And this episode didn't help. So I'm very much on the mid, and maybe the fans are also being annoying because you put out your Uraraka video. How's the response to that going?
So let me read you a comment from one of the people in my Uraraka video by Violet Felder. It says, I understand what you're saying, but I think in general we can all agree that anime does female characters very dirty in action anime, and that's just the tea. I think we all just want better for female characters in anime. But yeah, this article is very flawed. That's just the tea. That's just the fucking tea.
Did you respond?
No.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
What does that mean?
Vindy,
It's just the tea, Craftsdwarf. I don't know what to say.
There are too many Vindy. There is impossible.
There are too many Vindys? What a good day.
Yeah, too many retards in my fucking.
I'm sorry.
Okay, where's the super confusing one? There's one. Okay. This is the one. This one fucking baffles me because I don't know what he's trying to say. It says, I like Uraraka, but please, ellipses. She can accept her feelings. There's nothing wrong in love with Doria. She ignored them because don't want to lose her lane, but you lose her lane because your feelings then is your own fault. You can do both. Do your goals with the guy you like. Doing things with the people you love is better. Not just with anything, but moments like fight together too. Not every time, but situations like that can be refreshing. Shonen should learn that and write more good female characters like Uraraka. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Is he praising it? Is he shitting on it? I don't know. I will never know. I don't
That
get
was
it.
kind of amazing. But yeah, anyway,
Boku no Hero fans are on a next level of intelligence. They understand the world from a different understanding than we mortals do.
So I want y'all to know that the man's making fun of people for intelligence said are on a next level of intelligence. Oh wait, no, are on a next level.
Wow, look, you see that? Vindy?
I couldn't even remember what you said, but you
Vindy.
fucking messed up a word there, and then I
Vindy.
fucked it up. I was gonna make fun of you,
Vindy,
and
Vindy,
I fucked up.
Vindy. You
I
fucked
don't want to
up.
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
You're now
All
as
right.
smart as
So what do you think of MHA as a whole?
Well, I wanted to actually
The
finish
manga-
my thought
oh,
because
sorry,
the thing is,
Craftsdwarf.
I've had relatively positive thoughts for it, but thinking back to reading this arc, I honestly, it was kind of an emotional flatline, and I don't know, I'm just very much on the mid-Hero Academia. I just have no really strong feelings on it whatsoever at the moment, and this episode didn't help because it was just a recap. Anyway, go ahead.
So let me tell you. Sit down, children. We're gonna tell you a story. Once upon a time, WattheWut watched a show called Boku no. Watched a show called Boku no Hero Academia when it first premiered in 2017. WattheWut at this point thought that Naruto was shit based off of his very limited understanding of the anime. Had not reread Bleach in a while, and he also what else? He also never wanted to read One Piece because he thought it would take too long or something like that. 2017 is a wild time, but basically, I watched Boku no Hero Academia, and I thought it was like one of the best things I ever watched. I had it at like a 9 out of 10, and I was like, "This is great." Deku's one of my favorite characters in all of media. So then years pass, and I read more shonen, like literally anything else. And I was like, huh, I'm starting to see why people might be saying that Boku no Hero Academia ain't as like revolutionary or like great as people say it is. Because I was one of the people who said like, because there are people because I remember Sudi Tootie with his entire channel at this point is just Boku no Hero Academia is just Naruto. Isn't that funny, guys? And I was like, no, it's different. But then I read Naruto and I was like, yeah, you know what? There's a lot of similarities here. Naruto does a lot of things better than Boku no Hero. And now I'm sitting, and then the joint training arc happened, and then like I was just sitting here. I was like, Boku no Hero for me, it is good. That's it. Like it has like it doesn't do enough to be like it. Only until recently has it done anything to be like some wild boy shit. It's been kind of coasting for a while. And I'm like after this arc that the anime is going to cover, it kind of just
You're wrong. School festival arc.
No, okay, so I count the school festival arc because I hope to God
they're not. It's gonna be next season.
Then fuck this show, because that's the
overhaul
arc.
Anyway,
arc, like it builds up to the school festival, and then immediately that's when the good shit happens, and then it just coasts.
Then it's A versus B, and no, there's like the Endeavor stuff, which was good.
It's good, but it's
then
like,
A versus B, then the villain arc, which is really good.
I'm looking forward to.
And then the next arc's gonna be wild.
I haven't read, the first couple chapters of A versus B, and I was like, I have to get through 3 fights of literally who gives a shit before I actually get to characters who matter.
I haven't been excited by anything. Like Boku no Hero does a lot of things that are good, but I haven't been excited by Boku no Hero since the school festival. And that's like, I'm just kind of like, okay.
Not getting excited about Toga and an eye patch. Someone's not real.
I'm not a bottom, Vindy. I'm not into that. You might be, but I'm not.
She's cute.
I want to protect her smile.
Thank you, Craftsdwarf. Okay, what do you think of the anime?
The anime is significantly less good than the manga because the anime likes to do these funny little filler episodes and little recap things and take forever to get to the point sometimes. And then I remember Vindy, you were talking about the scene where like
I'm so mad.
Like All Might points and says you're next. And then I read the manga and I was like, holy shit, you're right. This is so much worse than in the manga.
Yeah. I always am right.
Yeah. No, you're fucking not.
You have no proof.
Okay, Vindy. Whatever, man. Anyway, I know you're gonna have the most positive opinion of Boku no Hero. Since every time I shit on Boku no Hero and say mid is kind of like a half joke, half truth, Vindy here like starts like,
I get like a spasm.
He starts shaking. He starts shaking in his little fucking gamer chair. And he's like, no, Toga and an eye patch, Toga and an eye patch, Toga and an eye patch.
Eye patch, Toga.
I'm like, Jesus, Vindy, it's fine.
Who's still mid compared to Eye Patch Hina, but that's a discussion for
that is a discussion for another day when I make us read 3 Gatsu.
So yeah, I guess my thoughts on like watching the anime for actually the first time. I've already read the manga, so I don't fucking care. But like, I just skipped to season 4. I don't like Deku's voice. It's not nearly whiny and pathetic enough.
Well, it is in early seasons, but he's gotten like past that. I actually really like. Yeah, Deku's voice, but sorry.
Oh, Craftsdwarf's
when I hear
wrong.
him do something other than just chat casually.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Ochako is voiced by Eno, so that's good.
Yeah, I
going
can
back to
masturbate about it.
the love lab.
What Bakugo's
Mineta,
voice.
honestly, Mineta might be my favorite voice of the ones I actually like heard. I was like, because it's not something I expected, but I liked it.
I'm
So
mad again. I'm mad again. I read another comment on my Otodaka video.
Okay, shut
also
up.
the thing about the recap episode is there's a whole part where they like go through everyone in class A, and literally none of them matter except for like 3. So
No.
it's just like
Well,
Craftsdwarf.
I mean, I'm sure they all matter at some point in the series, but in
Yeah, at
this
some
arc,
point.
yeah, like 3 of them matter.
Craftsdwarf, you don't understand. Boku no Hero has the most varied cast. Every single character
Well,
has
that's not what
equal
I'm
import-
saying.
Every single
Okay.
character has
yeah,
importance
they're so varied.
compared to-
One of
they're
them
so
has a
varied.
tail and no personality. One of
I
them eats
literally-
candy and has no
Have
personality.
you seen
One of
that
them makes
image?
tape from his elbows and has no personality.
Have you seen that picture of like it shows like of like the 4 characters who really matter, and then everybody else in between? It says like, name 5 of these people. Do it. You can't. And I can't.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. Like with Sero, like I literally wrote him into my video on pervert characters, except I didn't because I wrote Kaminari because he was the only one I remembered. And that was like Sero is Mineta's partner. I'm like, who the fuck is Sero? Like I didn't even remember his powers until I saw this episode, and he's got tape out of his elbows. I'm like, okay.
Red Riot is super important in this arc, and I forgot. Is it Kirishima?
Kirishima.
Yeah,
He's great. He's a good boy. I
Right,
love him.
but I forgot
He's
his
still-
name.
I mean, his whole it was but well, we're getting to that when it airs. I guess.
Oh, I was
we're
so
not allowed
mad
to spoil.
already.
We're not
I'm
allowed to
already
spoil.
fucking. Oh
Look
my
at
god,
this
I'm already
mad-
pissed.
Look how mad Vindy is. It's okay, Vindy, because Mirio is the one who should be the symbol of peace. He's the one who
Well,
deserves it. Deku's
alright.
not the main character anymore because I said so. I'm an
Somebody somehow missed the point of a fucking recap episode.
Deku's not main character because
Can I? Okay.
Yo,
So I was gonna get my thoughts on MHA as a whole. Then,
Your stand. Disgusting.
I think if I had to give MHA a rating as a whole for the manga, it'd be like an 8. I'd probably give the anime like a 7. Like I've been current on the. So I watched season 1, watched season 2 as it was airing. When the sports festival ended, I got current on the manga, like read it all, and I've been current on the manga since then. So I think at the time the manga was in the overhaul arc, but like the climax of this arc hadn't started yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
I
got
mean-
current. I got current while A versus B was going, except I didn't actually read it. So
Right. I like MHA a lot. I really like Deku. I like All Might a lot. I like Bakugo. That's like the one thing I'm the most sad about is that Bakugo's not going to be relevant in this season at all, and he's like my favorite character in it by far.
Mirio is relevant in this season.
Yeah,
I
and
love
Mirio's
Mirio.
great, but he's not Bakugo.
Yeah, Bak.
My
because
sweet
Bakugo's
boy.
pretty like easily
Look,
like the most standout character.
I think that's my problem. Is that like when I think about a show, I can list out at least one character that's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I can list out a lot of characters I think are the best, and then I just go, yeah, they're the best in the show. I wouldn't let them near my like 3x3 or my 9x9.
Well, that's what because I've been thinking a lot about how Bleach handles its side cast, where they all have like a lot of them have these really interesting arcs, even if like 1 or 2 of them get cut short throughout like the whole series.
because
And then I think
Kubo's
about
a
My Hero
fucking
Academia,
madman.
and where dude Kubo like.
Kubo,
Because like,
you need-
look, One Piece has a great cast of characters, but at the same time, like, he literally had to abandon some of them for some arcs because he's got too many fucking characters and he introduces a bunch of more.
Well, I
So
think
what's
Kubo
adorable
didn't give a shit.
characters-
He's like, fuck you. We're gonna talk about every person. You remember that motherfucker
Yes.
from like
But that's what
50,000
Hori
chapters
was.
ago?
But that's what
Fuck
Hori's
you.
doing.
Is it?
Yes.
Except
He's
they all-
made it
Oh, no,
very
no, no,
obvious.
You're right. Because there's that
He's
interview
giving
where
every
you-
character in
listen.
Class 1A an origin chapter.
Holy
where
shit,
he
I
has
love
them go
both.
through an arc and they have an origin.
Wait.
That's
Holy-
what happens with
wait.
Red Riot.
Wait,
It happens with fucking.
wait. Listen. I just had a fucking big brain moment. There was that interview that happened where Kubo and Horikoshi were in a room talking, and Horikoshi goes, "I used to draw Bleach fan art, dude. What if Kubo is training Horikoshi? What if we were all bamboozled? We all thought it was gonna be Kishimoto. No, it was Kubo. Kubo was the one pulling the strings, and the show is going to be amazing now."
Well, I've been saying like the whole time, like with like,
Look, I but maybe it's because the fan base is literally full of the most like small brain people on the internet.
You're right, and like because I remember talking about this with Nunmanji at one point, and I even mentioned how like he's obviously giving everyone in Class 1A like
Well, it's obvious, yeah, but it's
like he's giving them all their own like origin chapters. So like yeah, sure, over half the class has had nothing, but like they'll all get something at some point, I'm sure, because that's what Hori's obviously trying to do with all the characters. You know, it's like the
But
problem with like it's not
it
a done
seems
story.
like it's like they get something and then like nothing. Like it's not like I don't know.
It's like something and then nothing, which is like kind of not what happens with Bleach, where it's like even if they're not doing something, they're still like they're not the focus. They're
I don't know
still
if it's
doing
true that it's
something.
either something that because like the only characters that
Obviously,
have
the
had
series is still ongoing, but like I don't know. I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
But
the only
that's-
characters that have had origin chapters from my knowledge at least at this up to this point is
Well, it's really just from as far as I understand, it's Kirishima, Bakugo, maybe Momo. See, that's the thing.
It was Momo because there was Yayorozu Rising. I'm trying to remember, is it Todoroki
Momo
had
didn't
his
really get
in the
that
school
much-
festival because it was called Todoroki. Right, but he's giving everyone I think like at least something like that.
At least
And
he's throwing them a bone.
Todoroki's, which is happened. Bakugo actually hasn't had his happen yet. He doesn't even have his fucking hero name. Fucking idiot.
What are you fucking?
And then
talking about?
Kirishima. Bakugo didn't have like his origin part
Bakugo's
yet.
the fucking Bakugo is like every time he's in something, he's getting some kind of shit.
Right, but what I'm saying is that he hasn't like completed his arc. I was talking about characters who had like their arc.
Are you wait? That's what you're wait. If that's what you're arguing, then Yadorosu shit's really fucking sad now. Now it's
Well,
worse.
I'm not saying she won't get more, but I'm saying that he's giving something to everyone.
Like Kirishima. Okay, as far as I remember from reading the thing, Kirishima got a whole moment. Like it was like a lot of shit, and I was like, hell yeah. There
Yeah,
we
he had a
go.
whole like fight with a flashback. Yeah.
Yeah. Todoroki got something because it's fucking Todoroki. He wants to fuck Deku according to the fan artist. I don't know. Bakugo gets something every single time he exists on screen. Mirio got something.
Yeah, because he's great.
And Mirio's great, and Bakugo's great.
Sun Eater got something, and he's also great.
Yeah.
I hate you.
You know who did it? Hado Nejire, literally fucking hot as shit. What the fuck? Everybody see. Here's the thing that you don't understand. Everybody complaining about the big boobs, Hado Nejire. Here's the thing. The argument is not over sexualized bones bad. The argument is it's not hot anymore. It's not nearly as hot anymore. Because there's also there's this.
never hot. I killed him.
Well, like I don't know, like
Can we kick Craftsdwarf out of the Weeb Club, please?
I think it's hard to compare. Like I think the problem people make with MHA is they compare it to completed shonen or shonen with way more chapters. And like, sure, MHA is what, like in the 200s now?
Yeah, but they're only at the point. If we're talking chapter comparisons, we're like maybe
like tuning exams, Naruto.
Yeah, we're in the tuning exams, and we're in Soul Society with Bleach. So it's like everybody's making these finalized statements about these shows.
Yeah, but you're doing it too.
No, I'm not.
You're doing it too.
Because I'm saying by their fucking law. Because this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm saying this is how I'm feeling right now. It's just I haven't been excited by it currently until recently. Recently, shit has been happening. You weren't listening, Vindy. You weren't listening.
I listened to everything you said.
We're at to kick you out of the Weeb Club now.
No.
What chapter is Hero Academia at 246?
Yeah, it's like it's not even really that
Naruto
far.
was after the time skip by that point.
Oh,
No way.
was it?
Yeah.
No way.
It was
anyway,
it was
wait.
after the time skip for in Kakashi Gaiden. Like, because I'm looking at the Nensho list right now. Sasuke retrieval ends at 238.
What the fuck?
My Hero Academia is at 246. So
I do not remember Naruto going that fast early on.
So yeah, no. My Hero Academia right now is longer than the entirety of Part 1
Maybe
of Naruto.
that's why. Okay, maybe that's why. Because Part 1 of Naruto for me is like significantly less good, in my opinion, to Part 2. Because Part 2 has all the good shit.
Like I think we were talking about it when I was rereading it, and I'm just like I'm just waiting for it to actually start, and I was when I was first reading it, and because that's the thing is like it's still like I think you were saying like it takes like fucking like 50 chapters to actually like build up to something.
Yeah,
like it's just it's set up and set up and set up, and every arc ends like, oh look, something's gonna actually happen next time, or oh it's look, we're building up, like it's trying to.
And I think that's the thing with like Boku no Hero is like it's doing the same thing, but like I feel like I'm comparing by like the first couple of things, like because I'm also comparing it to the other thing that's running alongside it with which Vindy disagrees with me, but Guitar Skater agrees with me.
If you think Black Clover is better than My Hero Academia, I'm sorry, you're just blind.
Oh my goodness, Vindy's very angry about me having a right opinion.
Like I'm sorry, dog. That's wrong. I'm sorry, bro. Like I don't want to have to tell you to your face.
I can't
Black
hear you.
Clover is not better than My Hero
I can't hear you over the sound of Austin's big black dick. Okay, I can't hear you over the sound of it.
I hate you. You're so stupid. I'm so mad right now.
It's okay, Vinny. Keep crying. Keep
Weeb
crying
Club,
about it.
The My Hero Academia Black Clover Wars.
I'm sorry that Black Clover has jumped the shark already, but
Jump the shark again.
nothing's gonna get better than the Royal Knight selection exam. I'm sorry, that's gonna be the best part of Black Clover.
Literally,
Gonna be the best part when it is.
Literally, good shit is still happening. You're just
What
crying
good shit?
because
Oh
of
yeah.
the
Oh, Tabata spilled his ink on the page and called it a devil. Okay, fuck you. Black Clover sucks.
Black Clover does not suck. You can suck my dick.
The only
you
reason
piece
that
of
devil
shit.
showed up in the last arc was because Tabata knocked over his ink, it spilled all over. He's like, "Fuck, I have to make a bad guy out of this."
Wow,
So
are
he
you
rewrote
insulting the
entire
work of the
fucking
mangaka?
chapter.
Are you some kind of
Yes.
Are you an anti-Twitter person? Are you an anti-tuber? Fuck
No,
off.
I'm smart.
Okay, Necro13. Whatever you say.
Oh my
I'm so
god, I'm
mad.
having fucking
I'm so
flashbacks
mad.
to fucking arguing about One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto back in fucking high school.
I'm
thank
so
you
mad,
for
dude.
that.
I'm so
Fucking-
fucking tilted.
Baby 3, the big 3 and the baby 3. My Hero Academia High
Don't even start
But
this.
if we're talking about the baby 3, I'm sorry, Haikyuu is just the best one.
No,
like,
listen.
it's like the second best manga in Jump right now.
Listen. Here's how it works right now. Here's how it works. Big 3 were Bleach, Naruto, and One Piece, right? The baby 3 is just Haikyuu 3 times. That's all.
God, Haikyuu. Look, well, that's the thing is like I would give Black Clover probably like a 6 to a 7.
You
and
can
Midge's like
suck
an 8.
my dick.
Haikyuu's like a 9. Haikyuu's like a 9.
You
Maybe
can
a 10.
suck my dick. You can suck my dick.
No.
You fucking rat
No.
bitch.
Look,
Haikyuu
I'm
is 6.
sorry
Haikyuu is
that
6.
you. I'm sorry that you get so
I'm sorry
into
that you
this
like
idea
Eva-
of hating
sorry-
people who think
I'm
they're
s-
smart
I'm
but are
sorry,
stupid.
I'm sorry.
That it caused
I'm
you to
so- I'm
hate
sorry.
Ava, but then it caused you to be like, oh, well, MHA is bad because Ava fans like MHA, and they're like, well,
That's
MHA
not
sucks.
e-
And then you're
what?
looking like, what's something
What
to hate?
Ava
And it's
fans-
Black Clover. You're like,
what
oh my
Ava
god,
fans-
Black Clover is
wait,
amazing.
Hold on,
That's what
back
you
up.
do.
What Ava fans have I cited liking Boku no Hero? You stupid asshole! I've never
All of
said
them.
that. What? You're
Okay,
so stupid.
Shonen was a mistake. Bringing Shonen onto Weeb Club was a mistake because that's the area we know the best.
We haven't
But
even
also,
look, look at Vindy. Here's the bottom line. You notice we're not even talking about that mid-ass recap.
I
episode.
realized that a long time ago.
Because
Look, there was nothing to talk. Okay,
Shit.
we need to calm down because like we've been going for a lot. Look, the episode was nothing happened. Like it was a terrible episode. It was definitely outsourced.
Alexander, Ember Reviews, Math Wiz. When I saw your asses tweeting about Boku no Hero being like, it's so good, it had character even in recap episode, I wanted to reach through the screen and slap all of you because you're all.
That wasn't even extra character. That was literally them telling us what this next arc's gonna be about for Deku.
They were
like
retweeting pictures of Bakugo eating. I'm like, are you people? I get it. I get it. You
well,
people
I don't
really
want Bakugo to eat me, but like my problem. I don't know if you guys feel like this, like because y'all have read the arc. I don't want to bring that up. Like okay, well, what's gone because he's mad, but I can bring it up to you, Crafts. I feel like the whole point of the recap episode was to like tell us this is a theme that's going to be explored in the upcoming season. Pay
what made
attention
me
to this.
So fucking angry. I mean, they were like,
You're gonna be symbol of peace and future? You're gonna be symbol of peace? Yes, I'm gonna be symbol of peace. And there's symbol of peace in the future.
and I'm like, you just ruined the whole like point of this arc. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is stupid shit.
But the anime onlys don't know that.
Yeah, and the
yet.
fucking stupid anime.
That's the
onlys are like-
problem.
the anime onlys are like, they're eating.
Because I mean, like, yeah, as a recap episode, like on one hand, it's just a recap episode, and it's nice to have them skippable. And on the other hand, I do like it when shows do like stuff with the recap episodes to kind of justify watching them. Like in this,
The
case,
best
this is
recap
pretty
episode
weak.
is Kill la Kills.
Uraraka didn't put
I don't
finger
remember
on
Kill la
window
Kills,
because
but,
she would have made.
You want to know what Kill la Kills recap episode is?
No,
Episode like
Yeah.
episode like 13 starts and it's Senketsu and he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you a recap of everything that happened so
It
far.
turns into a
And
Tatami
it's like
Galaxy
a full
episode.
it's a full recap episode done in like less than a minute.
Yeah,
He just like talks really fast and speeds through everything,
Yeah,
and then
it's
it's just a
not-
normal episode of
It's
Kill
a
la Kill.
Tatami Galaxy. It was a Tatami Galaxy episode.
It was so funny.
Okay, I don't remember that, but well, because see, when I'd say Recreators was kind of interesting because
Oh yeah, Recreators.
I hate that show.
Oh,
I fucking hate
wow,
that
Vindy,
show.
you're exposing yourself to be even more of a small brain. No wonder why you like Boku no Hero Academia.
Look, if only Recreators knew how to use a Sawano OST, then maybe it would be good.
Oh wow, okay, whatever.
the show-
me make a Sawano playlist. Me press play over episode. Songs play back to back over fighting. That's how you do soundtrack to show. Like, fuck off. That was so bad.
Look, you say that, but while we're here sitting here like trying to find excuses not to talk about the fucking episode to the shit you like so much. Suck my ass.
I mean, finish
I
my
agree
thought,
with
and we can move
episode's
on.
bad.
'cause-
Oh, me like
Okay.
recap. Me like recap.
Because honestly, like I'd say my favorite recap episode was probably an Infinite Revive, or at least there was like 3 episodes with like heavy recap and Infinite Revias, but like the ones I liked were where because the show is like these kids are in this fucked up like space situation and they don't have no fucking clue what's going on, but the recap episodes take place back on Earth with people who do have more of an idea of going on. So like as they're recapping this stuff, they're actually giving more information as to like the setting and like what the hell is actually happening, kind of, or and what, so I thought that was I like that. But anyway, final thoughts on yes, this was episode. It reminded me of how much I don't care about Class A. It looks visually okay, I guess.
Okay, I actually like the
opening
opening.
was meh. It existed.
I loved the scene in the opening where it was
if it's what I think
it
you're
was
about to say.
it was when so I'm gonna call him Toshinori because he technically wasn't big All Might, but it was Toshinori was like walking around in like the All Might suit. I thought it was it was good. It was
Okay,
what are you gonna say?
My favorite scene was when they were like flying through the fucking air and Arian.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
That was really good. I
Yeah,
don't
I like
understand.
that. It's
Someone
fine.
in the Craftsdwarf server was like, the visuals are so bland, and I sat there watching this opening as like that part happened, and I was like, Craftsdwarf,
Yeah.
the people in your server have no eyeballs.
No, look.
I mean, I'm not sure about the. I just say it was just kind of like a by the numbers kind of OP.
MHA is the best anime adaptation of all time because it knows how to show a character looking alone, dude.
Okay, okay,
Let's move on.
whatever, man.
You don't have to name drop. Oh my god, bleep the name out, please, Nunmanji.
I don't give a shit. Whatever, man.
I
don't
do.
care.
All right.
Look, okay, Mr. Unga Boonga, make fun of Black Clover, kiss my ass.
Can we move on to the actual
No, we
last show that
can't.
we're not going to talk about
can't.
next time, but like we
Oh
all
my
like we
God.
watched anyway because
can't.
it was going
We
to be like
can. I mean, yeah. I have like nothing to
Do we
say
wanna-
about it.
Do we want to? Okay,
Look,
Kabukichou
all I have-
Sherlock.
Oh wait, all I have to wait real quick. All I have to say about recap episodes is the best recap episode is just the beginning of every single Love Live episode. That's it.
Well,
That's it.
I'm sorry you just can jerk off to anything Love Live related on your screen, but let's sorry
I'm
about
kicking
Kabukichou
Vindy out.
Sherlock.
I'm kicking.
Roll
I'm
the
kicking
opening.
Vindy out of the Weeb Club.
So yeah, Kabukichou Sherlock.
It was mid. And I want to kill myself. That's it. Bye.
It wasn't. It was. I don't know. It was
I like the
a show.
Rakugo scene a lot. It was really cool.
Yeah,
that
like well, 'cause
shit-
like that. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just like let's retell Sherlock Holmes, but in a Japanese setting, and so
Unga Bunga. This was the episode. Ready? Here we go. Unga Bunga, Jack the Ripper. Unga Bunga, Sherlock Holmes is an incel. Unga Bunga Rakugo. Unga Bunga, did you solve the case? Yes, I did. There we go.
Well,
That's
I have a little bit more to say about it, just because.
what is
Well, like
production?
I've read some of the Sherlock. Like I've read like a good chunk of Sherlock Holmes books.
Oh wow! Look at this fucking
So-
nerd reading books.
Vindy, the fucking perpetual read the manga guy, is gonna say, read Sherlock Holmes
Look, I
because
didn't-
like
I didn't.
there were
see-
some things that did, and it might change in later episodes. But like as like a fan of like mystery shit, like there's some stuff that did that I don't think is that good mystery wise. You know.
like the whole show.
Well, like okay, like for one, like you didn't see the culprit at all during the episode. Another thing is just like I don't know. It was weird and dumb.
well,
And it was like,
yeah,
oh,
he
they're
kinda,
on
like,
221st
kinda
Street.
solves
'cause
the mystery,
221
and there's
Baker
like
Street.
no like there's no way to solve the mystery yourself beforehand. where,
Right.
Like I mean, because like I'm not super like I'm not like a major fan of mysteries. Like okay, I say that Danganronpa is my favorite visual novel franchise, but like
Oh wow! Okay, here we go again.
it's just I haven't watched or read a whole lot of other ones. Like I can't even think of any off the top of my head right now that are like actual like mystery kind of things. Like murder. Murder mysteries usually, but
Common
like
Writer
those are-
Drive.
but so like yeah, but I did like yeah, they sure did solve the mystery without giving the audience the clues to solve the mystery. Sherlock getting hit by the car made me bust out laughing at the end. That was like the best part of the episode easily because I don't know.
I started fast forwarding a little bit. Like by the time that happened, I was like, I get it. The guy's running away. Okay, whatever. Fucking shit. Like okay.
And then Sherlock fucking died.
Look, the first episode begins with like funny haha. This is what I was talking about that we were gonna be talking about is problematic shit. This episode starts with like the transgender dude, and like in the beginning.
Yeah,
like,
I forgot about that. I think it was.
It wasn't even good. Like in Carol and Tuesday.
It just started happening. Like
he didn't even sing fucking bullshit. I was mad.
No, because it starts playing like a music, like a fucking AMV or some shit in the middle of the fucking in the middle of the show. And I was like, what's happening? I don't even know what's happening right now. And then the guy just goes, because it starts out this guy's just walking in like some alleyway and comes out. And he's like, me look for pipe cat. And then the guy leads into an alleyway and says, look, this is way too pipe cat. You can tell because pipe have cat print on it. And then he goes down, and then the AMV happens. And then by the time that happened, I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is happening? I'm lost.
See, part of me wishes I stuck with this show so I could suffer through it. Like,
no.
We got to suffer through at least one show when we do these. Like, come on.
I want to talk. We're already suffering. I mean, we already sat through like fucking.
Once the MHA season starts, I'm going to be eating fucking good, dude.
Yeah, once it starts, it's going to, because with the this didn't really give me much hope with this recap because I remember like because I don't know. Oh. Okay, the Weeb Club's over. Okay, like why does Production IG make the same fucking character designs recently? Like they look really like the same recently with a lot of their shit.
Yeah, well, so these don't look as high QE as some of their things do.
No.
They have the director that does haiku will do other shit, and he did Welcome to the Ballroom, otherwise known as Dancing Haiku, and he did Run with the Wind, also known as Track Haiku. These shows looked good too, but like they definitely have like one or two character designs that they just stick with.
It was giving me AIDS.
But yeah, for me, the best parts of the episode were at the end where, like I said, Sherlock gets hit by the car, and then there's like a chick with big boobs who walks by the door and waves at Watson. I'm like, oh, maybe.
Oh my god! I put that in my notes. Look, okay. My notes are in all caps. Cute ponytail girl at 2336.
God, I fucking hate you.
Yeah, that was about it, and I'll never find out anything about this character because
we could keep watching it, but like. Okay, I don't want to look. You're the one who's like, you would never find out. Boo-hoo. And I'm like, kill it dead. I don't want to see it anymore.
I have two more things to say about the episode. No, I do. I there was one gag where the guy who was like the clean freak.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
He took off his gloves he was wearing to like look at the body, and he was wearing another pair of gloves under it. I thought that was kind of funny.
That's what he did. You noticed that?
And then
I did not notice actually.
Yeah, he had like his white gloves on underneath his like blue gloves. I saw that and it made me chuckle. And then I also liked the thing where it was like he went to that one guy's house. He was like, "It was you. You have someone here," and it was just a dude. This Chadley, and that was it. That's all I have to say about that show.
Oh yeah, I did think because like it started out with like there's like a competition thing, like the first detective who solves it. I don't know, maybe they'll do something interesting with that later. But,
oh yeah, I thought that was something that also could have been cool, but
yeah, in the first episode it was just, the clean freak guy, he impeded the progress of the other ones, but Sherlock's a smarty boy who figured it out anyway. Maybe it'll be like a teamwork over capitalism thing. I don't know.
Did you say capitalism?
Yeah, because they're competing for money.
Oh yeah, that shit. Yeah, fucking
Sherlock Holmes, famed capitalist icon.
I can see the Ziria video about it now. It's just
god,
it's literally just being made right now. I'm gonna wait for that upload date, man.
Okay, so is that it with our
seasonal discussion? That was last seasonal.
All right, so we're definitely dropping Kabukichou Sherlock because that wasn't meant to be watched. But we will continue with Beastars, Cautious Hero, and My Hero Academia Season 4. I don't know why you call it My Mid Academia when you call it My Hero Mid
Academia, yeah.
What if you call it
because
Boku
the anime's mid.
Hero
Mid? Bottom line anime is mid, and you can't deny that that's true.
No, I think it's a little bit better than mid.
It's mid.
It's a panel for panel adaptation, but it has my favorite anime composer who also does the Haikyuu
Yes,
OST.
that is true. Fine, I'll concede to
So
that.
I can't
But
say it's mid.
It has mid openings though, so that and I like openings.
No, it had an Azumarashi opening, and they're badass.
Hey, you know what
I'm
doesn't
what I
have
hate good
mid? You know what
news.
doesn't have mid openings? Black fucking Clover. You can suck my dick. Podcast over. Bye. Have fun.
Bye, guys.